Good evening and welcome to the news. President Patrick Emini says Seychelles reaffirmed its commitment to the ideals upon which SADC was founded: solidarity, regional integration, and the shared prosperity for its people. He was addressing the 46th Ordinary Summit of SADC Heads of State and Government taking place in Durban, South Africa. He adds that Africa's greatest resource is the determination of its people.
The world around us is changing rapidly. Geopolitical tensions, disruptions to global supply chains, volatile energy markets, and climate-related events remind us that our prosperity cannot depend solely on circumstances beyond our control. For Seychelles, these realities are immediate. As an island nation, we experience the effects of global disruptions in the cost of food, fuel, and essential goods, and in the confidence upon which our tourism economy depends. Yet, this is not the experience of Seychelles alone. It is a reminder that in today's world, the resilience of every member state depends upon the resilience of the community as a whole. Our response must therefore be greater regional integration. The founders of SADC understood that our greatest strength would never be found in the size of our individual economies. It would be found in the unity of our purpose. That truth remains as relevant today as it was over 4 decades ago. History will not judge our generation by the speeches we delivered or the declarations we adopted. It will judge us by whether we had the courage to transform our resources into opportunity, our integration into prosperity, and our shared vision into tangible progress for the people we serve. Africa's greatest resource has never been beneath its soil. It has always been the determination of its people. If we unite that determination with visionary leadership, sound institutions, and bold economic transformation, then the next chapter of global development will not simply include Africa, it will be shaped by Africa. And my country, Seychelles, stands ready to play its part.
President Emini held a bilateral meeting in Durban with the president of the Arab Bank for Economic Development in Africa, BADEA, Abdullah Al-Musaibe, on the margins of the 46th Ordinary SADC Summit. The discussion centered on strengthening financial cooperation between Seychelles and BADEA with a view to identifying potential financing opportunities for national development priorities. According to State House, the meeting represents an initial step in ongoing engagement between the two sides, with several areas of possible cooperation to be further developed for consideration at the bank's upcoming meeting later this year. BADEA is a multilateral development finance institution owned by member states of the League of Arab States, dedicated to financing economic and social development initiatives across sub-Saharan Africa. President Emini was accompanied by the Minister for Foreign Affairs and the Diaspora, Ambassador Barrio Faure, the Chief of Staff in the Office of the President, Jennifer Ville, and the Acting High Commissioner of Seychelles to the Republic of South Africa, Veronique Morel. President Emini also paid tribute to South African liberation heroes at the wreath-laying ceremony to honor them. The ceremony, which was a solemn moment of remembrance and respect, was also on the sidelines of the 46th SADC Summit in Durban. The Agency for Social Protection, ASP, has relaunched its digital system, ASP Connect, as part of its efforts to modernize and improve the delivery of social protection services. The system, which has been in development since 2022 and began implementation in 2024, is designed to make ASP services more efficient, accessible, and secure for members of the public. ASP held its first engagement with key partners to provide a better understanding of how ASP Connect works and to gather feedback on how the system can further improve service delivery. The Deputy Chief Executive Officer of ASP, Darius Joly, said ASP Connect forms part of the agency's wider efforts to improve how social protection information and services are managed and delivered.
The system, it will better help you to understand your role and how to navigate through the system for the benefits of your organization. It is important to note that ASP Connect is strong when authorized organizations exchange accurate information, complete on agreed actions, and resolve issues through one coordinated process. And it is important to note also that shared information and coordinated decision will help us to deliver a timely assistance and timely support, to commit to timely updates, escalation, and continuous improvement. So the ASP Connect will succeed when every partners play their part.
The Minister for Education and Human Resource Development, David Pierre, visited the Seychelles Institute of Technology, SIT, at Providence as part of ongoing education reforms. During the visit, the Minister and his delegation met with senior officials from the Professional Center to discuss ways of improving and upgrading the programs offered. The aim is to ensure that the programs meet the demands of today's rapidly developing technology sector. SIT also has an agreement with the Chinese government to develop expertise in the production and maintenance of electric vehicles. According to SIT Director Ferdinand Denus, the institute plans to introduce a program in electric vehicle maintenance after 5 years of sending its students to China. The institute also has an agreement with the Chinese government to develop a program in construction, which is currently still in the planning stage. A new project for mapping Seychelles' public roads for Google Street View is currently underway, giving people around the world a chance to virtually explore the islands. The project is being spearheaded by Europe-based company World Travel in 360 with the support of the Seychelles Tourism Board. The filming began last week and will run for 10 days, with teams also traveling to Praslin and La Digue. Private roads will not be filmed, and measures are in place to ensure that the team does not breach anyone's privacy. Such measures include blurring faces and license plates. The new imagery is expected to be available on Google Maps by the end of this year.
This gives the opportunity of tourists and visitors and people that are just planning where to go for their next vacation to be able to see the visual side of not only those nice scenic shots, but they can go and experience every district, every road across the country. Local people, you will be able to go online on Google Maps and show where your house is from the view of the street to a foreigner like a million miles apart. Part of the project, even before we see the imagery ourselves, we have an algorithm that blurs all license plates and all the people's faces.
And that's it for the news in English. I will be back with more news in Creole at 8 p.m., so stay tuned.